What is the greatest pain a father can endure? Is it the loss of a child to illness? Or is it the loss of a child to their own choices? Imagine standing on the deck of a ship, surrounded by a world that is literally drowning, and seeing your own flesh and blood, the son you raised for centuries, standing on a peak that is about to be swallowed by the abyss. This is not just a story of a flood. It is the most heart-wrenching moment of parenthood ever recorded in history. This is the story of Nuh, peace be upon him, and the son who chose a mountain over his father's ark. For 950 years, a single voice rang through the valleys. For nearly a millennium, Nuh, peace be upon him, pleaded, cried, and begged. He didn't just give a speech, he gave his life. He watched generations grow old and die in their disbelief, while he remained a pillar of Iman, faith. But as the first drops of the great flood began to fall, he wasn't just a prophet anymore. He was a father. The warning signs were terrifying. Allah who had given the command. The very earth began to heave, and from the most unexpected place, the El Tanuru, the clay oven, water began to erupt. This was the signal. The time for words had ended. The time for the Tufan, the great flood, had arrived. As the massive wooden ribs of a safinatu, the ark, began to float, the world turned into a chaotic nightmare. The sky didn't just rain, it poured with the weight of 1,000 oceans. The ground didn't just leak, it exploded. Within minutes, the valleys were gone. Within hours, the trees were submerged. The waves rose with such fury that the Holy Quran describes them as being kaljibali, like massive mountains. Amidst the roaring thunder and the screams of the world being washed away, Nuh, peace be upon him, scanned the rising tide. His eyes were searching for one person, and then he saw him. His son was standing apart, clinging to a jagged rock, his eyes filled with a pride that even the end of the world could not break. In that moment, the heart of Nuh shattered. He reached out his hand, his voice fighting the howling wind, and he delivered a plea that still echoes through the ages. Ya bunayya arkab ma'ana wa la takun ma'al kafirin. O my son, ride with us and do not be with the unbelievers. Embark with us and be not with the disbelievers. The son looked at his father, then at the jagged peak above him. He still believed in the material. He still believed in his own strength. He yelled back, Sa'awi ila jabalin yasimuni min al-ma'. I will take refuge on a mountain that will protect me from the water. Nuh, peace be upon him, wept as the water rose to the boy's chest. He cried out the final devastating reality. La asima al-yawma min amri Allahi illa man rahim. There is no protector today from the decree of Allah, except for whom He has mercy. And then, the moment that changed everything. وَحَالَ بَيْنَهُمَا الْمَوْجُ فَكَانَ مِنَ الْمُغْرَقِينَ. And a wave came between them, and he was among the drowned. A wall of water, dark and unstoppable, crashed between the father and the son. When the foam settled, the peak was empty. The boy was gone. The prophet had saved a world of animals and believers, but he could not save his own child. This story is a mirror. Today, we all have mountains we try to climb. Our money, our status, our logic, thinking they will save us from the storms of life. But when the floods of trial come, the only thing that floats is Iman, faith. Are you on the ark, or are you still running for the mountain? If this story touched your soul, it is a reminder that the doors of the ark are still open. But the rain has already started. Join our family by hitting like and subscribing. We are building a community of hearts that seek the truth, and we have many more incredible stories from the Quran coming your way. May Allah keep us and our children firm on the path, and may He never let the waves of misguidance come between us. Thank you for your incredible support, and I'll see you in the next story.